Aeon Bayfront Studios on Queen Street North in Hamilton has its first soundstage open as part of the new studio district planned for Hamilton. We're joined via Skype by Mike Bruce of Aeon Studio Group. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you as well. It's been a while.
It has been a while since you and I last spoke. Before we talk about your future vision, what kind of productions have you been hosting on what is open now at Bayfront?
So yeah, we have our first studio facility open. It's an 80,000 square foot building with a 27,000 square foot sound stage that you can see behind me here. Nice, tall, clear ceilings. And yeah, our first production in was the Stephen King remake of Firestarter last year. And then we just had a show leave. I can't talk about what it was just yet, but they just left. They were here for 4 months. And then we have another show moving in 2 weeks, and they'll be here till the end of May. And the inquiries keep coming. It's been pretty fantastic.
That's great. Hamilton was actually on track to break all kinds of production records. The pandemic, of course, changed that, but it's still hopping, as you say.
It's been amazing, and it just keeps coming, and all signs point to another banner year. And just based on the inquiries that we're getting, we tend to get calls before they even hit the rumors list, just you know, with people kind of figuring out where they want to go. And you know, especially in the past 2 weeks, it's been kind of nutty, you know, which is great.
And what's driving the work to Hamilton? Because boy, there's a lot of studio space in Toronto, and perhaps it's at overcapacity. But what's the attraction?
Well, yeah, so there is a capacity issue with, you know, studios in Toronto, which is good for us. But also people are really kind of figuring out that Hamilton is a viable option to set up. You know, when we have Firestarter here, that was the first IATSE crew unioned show that has actually based their entire production in Hamilton, including studio production offices, the entire thing. And you know, a lot of the people on that crew are from this area west of the GTA, and they would call me asking me kind of what's coming next, because they love working close to home. And
yeah, well, I want to ask you what's coming next. Let's talk about your vision for the larger creative industries hub for Barton, Tiffany, and Caroline, and that whole area. We're talking studios and residential, and we have some artist conception picks here.
That's right. Yeah. So the vision has always been to build a center of gravity, live, work, play community with a very creative, forward kind of aesthetic and ethos, I suppose is the right word. And so that's exactly what we're trying to do. We want to build some purpose-built studios and some crew training facilities. And, you know, as you see there, a nice, you know, kind of public center that you can host, you know, markets and you know, screenings, or, you know, and it just kind of act as a bit of a networking area. So, you know, when you're having lunch and you know you want to write that script, and you know, you look over and you see hopefully Guillermo del Toro or somebody sitting next to you, and you want to say hi. And
yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I spoke to him at the Toronto International Film Festival, and he gushed about Hamilton. City Council in Hamilton not gushing, though. They have some concerns. They were saying back in the fall there was a lack of consultation with the public on this. What have you got planned in that regard?
Yeah, well, there's always concerns with, you know, a project of this magnitude, and, you know, we're trying to build something special here. But so it's with regards to planning, we're actually going through a public consultation process now. So we will be, you know, presenting to council at some point, and it's all in the works.
And where are you at in terms of actually raising money for this?
Well, I mean, again, that's an ongoing process, but it's, you know, it's a bit of a snowball effect once you kind of, you know, prove the model and get people excited. I mean, it's a very exciting prospect. It's, you know, very viable prospect. So,
how much
you know, that's
so far?
Well, I don't really want to get into the financial, you know, side of things right now, but because it is an ongoing process.
I'll ask you when do you expect shovels in the ground?
Well, if all goes well, you know, we're hoping in the next year and a half that we'll start, you know, kind of breaking ground on the first phase of our efforts.
Okay, we're going to link up your website at chgh.com so we can follow your progress and
fantastic.
See you at the movies.
Yeah, great, thanks.
Bye, Bruce.